Living your life for just yourself isn't all that great. In fact, it's pretty unsatisfying. You were put on this earth with a mission to make a difference in this world. And you don't need superpowers or high-tech spy equipment to be on an awesome mission. In just a moment, we're going to check out some unexpected ways that animals were created to alert others of important information. Sometimes they want to share great news of what they found, like food or shelter. And sometimes there's a terrible danger that they want to warn others about. In each of these cases, we find animals on a mission to help others. Dances, rumbly feet, flatulence, and screams are just some of the ways scientists have found animals communicating with each other. Tamarins use complex screams, whistles, and clicks to communicate all sorts of warnings or instructions others need to know about. Scout ants use special smells, called pheromones, to communicate important information about finding food or to warn others about an intruder that they need to fight off. Bees actually use body language that some say is their own version of dancing to tell others important information. Elephants can communicate with such low frequencies that they can hear important information miles away. Get this, with their feet. Researchers have found that squirrels actually listen to the warnings of birds to know when to hide or when they can start foraging for food again. And probably the weirdest of all, some fish like herring actually use flatulence to communicate with one another about danger nearby. True story. Whatever crazy methods there are, we can see that animals have a mindset to care for others in the group and not just figure everything out on their own. You could say that they were created with a mission to pass on important messages. In your everyday life, you're probably not worried about a lion or a bear attacking a group of friends, so you probably don't have a special alarm for it. But there is something important that you can share with people you care about. God has given us a really important job on earth. It's to help people understand how to live our best life. In John 10:10, Jesus said, "My purpose is to give life in all its fullness." If anybody wants to get the most out of life, it can only happen when they have a relationship with Jesus and when they choose to make Jesus their leader. But there's also other important news. We want them to know about a really dangerous enemy. Earlier in the same verse, Jesus tells us about this enemy. Jesus warns the thief's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. God tells us that anybody who lives apart from Him will have eternal death. And that means separation from goodness and love forever. Hell is going to be horrible, and we don't want anybody we care about to go there. So the mission that God gave us is to tell others this good news that can keep them away from eternal death. And it'll help them start living their life to the fullest. Having a missional mindset is using every opportunity to tell others about God's love and forgiveness. For a lot of people, it can be scary to tell others about what they believe about Jesus. Maybe people believe something different or will think that we're weird for loving God. But if you really care about someone, you'd want them to know what was most important in life and death. Paul said, "For I am not the least bit embarrassed about the gospel. I won't shy away from it, because it is God's power to save every person who believes." If you had the cure for cancer and you never shared it with anybody because it might make you uncomfortable, that would be really selfish. In fact, it would be pretty evil to let people suffer and even die when you could have done something to help. Having a missional mindset is wanting to have a platform and influence to get good news out to others in order to help them, not just to become famous for my own benefit. Just like a whistling tamarin or a dancing bee, you have the ability to warn others about danger and give them life-saving news. And here's the thing. You probably aren't going to do a great job sharing it the first time, or the second time, or even the third time. I know that I did a horrible job many times, but I love the people I was talking to, and they noticed it. And when I started seeing people find hope and joy and real life because of Jesus, it was so much better than I could have ever imagined. It was so worth it, and I've decided to use all my life and my influence to help other people know the awesome love and life of Jesus Christ. I hope you'll do the same, because I know that there's no better mission for you to live for. Be bold and keep fueling yourself with God's love and truth.